Hi guys, welcome to this video. We are making this on a specific desktop. There's a new update, so if you start updating, and we've removed the white tint2 and we've put back a black. So years ago, like we're talking about 5-6 years ago, we started with a black, then we wanted to switch, we put a white in there, and now we're back to black. And that's also because of Sam. Sam gave us some code to put to make ArcoLinux be OpenBox or extended the OpenBox desktop better. So if you go full screen and you move about with an Alt, then he is going to change the code and it's going to make it smaller so you can actually move things around. So Ctrl-T, let me show you. If you do full screen, if you do an Alt and then mouse, it goes smaller. Topic of the video is not that, but it's good to see that we are keep on developing and changing things, and OpenBox has been the startup for me back in the years when I was on Arch Labs. And then we added i3, and later on in Arch Merge we added XFC, and then the what ifs, the ArcoLinux project just blew up with all kinds of ideas, and then we've arranged or made sure that Arch Merge was not covering the project, so ArcoLinux was born. That's pretty much a little bit of history 6 years ago. Now OpenBox, right? ArcoLinux be OpenBox, that's what we're on. What I'll do is get myself a nice wallpaper, so var is in Alt-N, little script that I've explained why it's there. And it's gonna get me all kind of wallpapers from Wallhaven, Abstract, Minimal, Space, Sci-Fi, Simple, and it's already changing my life, right? People asked me again today, can I get that wallpaper I sent you to Wallhaven? I sent you to videos like these, right? Because it's simple. It's you just select and have it. Ooh, no, better do this thing. Well. Think positively, network well, exercise daily, eat healthy, work hard, and the rest you read. Okay. Thing is, I have a what if in my mind, and the guys who have been here for a few years and know a lot about the ArcoLinux project will say, Eric, why on earth are you doing this? I want to build Ctrl-Alt-G. I want to build, Chromium is not there, Ctrl-Alt-F. Firefox, right? All the ArcoLinux B ISOs are minimal, just one browser, just one thing, right? Now, the project that I have in my mind could be somewhere on ArcoLinux B. We're gonna build an ISO. So tutorials are lots of knowledge is in here. Tutorial-wise, a lot of stuff in here. You just go and have a look at all these nice little things. The thing is, I'd like to have an ArcoLinux XS with CHADWM. There we have it, right? So we have here how to create any ArcoLinux B with LTS or Xen or Xanmod. But why is the words control find CHADWM coming out of it? Because I've combined in this case Plasma, the big ass desktop, perfect desktop, has all, well, not all, the most of the settings that you can set in Linux are in its settings manager, right? And here we're combining Plasma with CHDWM. And users will say, why would you do that? You just install ArcoLinux XS, any of them, depending on the kernel you want. So Linux LTS, the Xen or the Xanmod, and then you launch the tweak tool. Even the tweak tool is not necessary. What you do is go to github.com/ArcoLinxD, and then you choose the desktop you like, and you install it. Like this one, you run number 100, and you have most of the stuff you need for CHDWM and maybe some other stuff down there. So is there a need for a tutorial? Well, No. Is there a need for an ISO like this? Well, it's possible. That's the thing in ArcoLinux, right? It's the freedom you have to build your own ISO on the basis of what we give you. So if you would like to have an ArcoLinuxS-Xanmod with XFCE, then right, XFCE is default. It's good because we need tuner, we need Control-Shift-Escape, right? We need the task manager, we need so many things. We need the power manager. Lots of elements of XFCE can be used in BSPWM, Awesome, Xmonad, and so on. So that's okay. What do I need for my project, for my what if? What do I need? I need the internet. I need GitHub, ArcoLinux. Can I learn it from somewhere? Yes, of course, ArcoLinuxB.com. So here we have built your own ISO for XS and all the others. Here are tutorials as well. So I would prefer opening this one like this. Basically, if I watch all these things, I get the idea what to do, right? It says building an ArcoLinux XS-Xanmod. That's what I want to do. Xanmod thing. That's how we've created probably how to build, right? Build from scratch. How did I create this particular setup? What I now need to have is something like, sure. I know an ArcoLinux B-Dusk, right? Creation of these two combined. So if you watch one of those, so why need one more? Because I've got time, because I find it funny, amusing, and maybe you learn something from it. I'd like to have an XS. So let's find an XS. Well, let's actually find the Xanmod. So I've set my mind on this one. Okay, I would like to have this. So this is my working folder, right? And then we see a little bit of Plasma. So open box, I mean, of course. Control-Alt to the left and right moves me from desktops. Super arrow to the right puts it tiled. So this is not a tiling window manager, but right mouse click, that is our menu in open box. File manager, right mouse click, open in terminal here, and then Control-Shift-V. We've got ourselves a XS-Xanmod. So if I don't change anything, I'll have the XS-Xanmod. If I run number 40, I will have XS-Xanmod. But I want to have a combination of, let's see, a combination of Control Find CHADWM. Okay. A combo. And yes, ArcoLinux tweak tool, click, boom, done. I know. Right, oops. That was Control C that I needed, not Control Alt C. Get away. So Control C, and then in here, some levels up. Control-Shift-V. So this will create me an ArcoLinux CHDWM. This will create me an ArcoLinux XS-Xanmod ISO. Shall we rename it so we still know what's going on? Shall we say that this is a CHADWM Xanmod, like this, and then we go to this compare, the power of compare. Now, Eric, did you install in a simple bare system like the bees are melt? No, I did not, right? Now, since I got bored of typing all these commands, when I develop, right? I see the word velo, and it's a bicycle in Dutch. That's the fun. And velo is gonna run, I'll install Sublime Text, install all kinds of stuff, melt. That's what I need now. And now we're gonna compare, Eric. So I got all that. This is not a good way to compare, although it's this one that I need, so it's still okay. But that's the only thing I need, packages. Then I start thinking, right? CHDWM, that's the calendar for CHWM. Nitrogen to set wallpapers. Not really nitrogen fan. I'm a variety fan, so I don't need it, right? All the wallpapers you see here. Let's do another Alt-N. Alt-N. I've got my wallpapers. They're coming from Wallhaven. And I like the surprise, basically. I do have my ArcoLinux Carly there, the ISO builder, right? At this point in time, and a fixed wallpaper. But often I do like to be surprised. So it needs awesome terminal fonts. Okay, we'll add awesome terminal fonts. This, the left side, is CHWM, right? Do I need a render? Well, I do, but AsciiNema, well, that's to help somebody inside the terminal. I don't need help, right? So DEX, yes, to launch something that's in the auto start. I'm not an HTOP fan, so I'm not going to install it, and so on and so on. Yeah, if you don't know, right, like I do now, just say, okay, cool, let's put it in there. Package file, not a fan either. Player control, yes, for sound and all that, although I just go to power control and set everything the way it's supposed to be. Let's try this out. Do we really need it, right? If you do sudo pacman -r this thing and nobody complains, meaning there's no dependency for it, then you don't need it. So that's how we sometimes find out that things are not needed, right? Qt5CT, Rofi we need for the menu, speed test, I can do that in a browser. XDO tools, not sure if we need it, so I'm gonna leave it out, and that's a test for me, and then later on I'll just hashtag these out if it's not needed. ArchISO and upstream, no, ArchISO for building and upstream will come in if it's a dependency. Candy Beauty is indeed something I'd like, so the icons. Faces, yeah, that's for XFCE, so we keep it in. We do want to have the ArcoLinux GTK3 ArcoLinux Candy Beauty, meaning I'm probably not gonna go to XFCE, right? I will have an ISO on the shelf that I can put in, and I'll get an XFCE, but I want by default CHDWM. That's what I'm choosing here now. I want by default the ArcoLinux Candy Beauty icons. Nitrogen, like I said, not a fan, so buy. Rofi, yeah, we need some themes, that's always fun. The profiles, don't need profiles, I'm happy with the one we have by default. We have the DWMST, well, we've got Alacrity, you have URXVT, do I need this one? No, no. Enough terminals, and even the F4, right? Sorry, F12. We've got this drop down thing, so it's gonna be there anyway. So no. Of course, we do need the Calamares config CHDWM, but which one will we use for Calamares? Will we boot into XFCE? I think that's the best approach, right? Boot into XFCE. Everybody is well familiar with this kind of look and desktop. So we're not gonna go for a Calamares for CHDWM. Then you need to know immediately the key bindings and all that. We have Xanmod, so that's cool. PyChem, yep, we're gonna need it. Mugshot and Menu Lever is for XFCE. Alex Appearance, sure, we're gonna need it. And we got all these things for XFCE. Let's have a look what he does. He's going to install everything, right? So that's okay. Just install me and everything. But this is important. This is the desktop. That's all. It's not much, right? That's all. That's all it needs to have a desktop. Well, and some stuff up there, of course. But this, I should not care about all of this, because that's the group. XFCE4 goodies, group content. So that's this one. And the other one is the other XFCE4 group content. So if we're not on XFCE, we can actually handpick, cherry pick this one, that one, this one. No, not that one, not this one, not that one, right? And that's what's the beauty of XFCE. It's great to mix it with Awesome or any other tiling window managers. I think we're around 13 now. And then if that's done, right, you go over it again. We go over it again and see if you did anything, forgot anything or something like that. In the meantime, we have a beautiful lady. Well, I think it's better to do it like this. It's the color, right? It's the color that stands out, that makes you think, do I need it? This would be a good exercise. Do we need it? All right. Save it as. So all the rest is not needed. This ISO, the XS ISO, is a complete folder of all kind of things. The B's are basically just a file, one file, and we are going to change one file with, well, if you build Plasma, for example, we get rid of this thing and put this file from Plasma in there, and that's it. And all the rest is exactly the same thing. So that's why we don't have all these things, because we have one template only, XL, and everything, all the B's use the same code of XL with one difference, the file, the content of that file. That's it. How easy can it be? So this one is not needed anymore. That one is the one we need, and then we're gonna build it. And then we're gonna play. All right. That's why we do it for fun. So what was it again? Super, and then arrow like that. And there's another way. Was it? What was the other way? There's another way to go for. Ah, yeah. It was like this, right? Yeah. So there, if you have got a numeric keypad, we have super 7, 8, 9, 6, 3, 2, 1, 5. Back to 1, and this guy as well, super 7. So basically, OpenBox is now a tiled manager, but I do it manually, and there are no gaps in between. So this is how I worked like 5-6 years ago on Arch Labs, saying, okay, let's tile this there, let's tile this there, and then we wait for the end result. In the meantime, I'll make an article and build your own ArcoLinux. Well, but then here in the tutorials, I'll add it. We do have a problem, so that's good. Problems can be solved, and this is failed retrieved file from mirror Osbeck. Are you sick, Osbeck? What you do, you go to Ctrl-T, you do for narco mirror list, right? Remember, we're in the drugs business, narco. So this is something you can change. These are our servers, but I don't need our servers, Eric. You need the N mirror list. So the mirror list from, yeah, Osbeck is sick. So I tell to Osbeck, okay, you don't have to work today. Ctrl-X, yes, stop. That's it. And now you do arrow up, build the ISO local again, enter, and you hope for the best. I actually didn't check who was the next one. Rackspace. Okay, voila. And off we go. So I'll pause the video here, and like I said, I'll start making the article for the tutorial. Voila. In the meantime, we have a new article inside tutorials up here, right? Tutorials. And you'll see that how to create an ArcoLinuxS-Xanmod with Chadwm is there. Now let's wait for the ISO to pop out. Voila. We've got ourselves an ArcoLinuxS-Xanmod. So that's the name that it has, because we started with that particular script, right? So if we do Eric, and then the ArcoLinux build is here, ArcoLinux out is here. So this is what we need to test. That's the next thing, VirtualBox. We can include maybe the installation of VirtualBox as well, and then do the next video, which is let's test it out in a VirtualBox machine. Control T, get Nemesis, please. On ArcoLinux, there's another one, which is the ATT, so this guy, which is the Arch Linux tweak tool, right? So same thing, it creates a folder called data, ArcoLinux Nemesis, AOR, and then we have at this point in time on this machine the Linux kernel. So I need to select the one that I need. Let's go for sudo no Eric install and then something. And there's VirtualBox for Linux, Linux hardened, LTS and Zen. So I need this one. And then we need to reboot anyway. So the video is cut in two. Here will end if that's installed. Why do I do this? Because there's some nice things in there. Have a look, double click it and have a look and read why we install it. The last bit is something I don't want to see anymore. The rest of my life, these yellow pop-up things, suppress messages. Oh. Here, voila. Let's boot up and test it out.